I paid Mr. Waterspoon 1,500, I think $23 for the transfer fee, which I did. Boaka, even though he has worked in government for 40 years, I would say not working government, leech on government, being parasitic on government for 40 years. He was not able to go to his bank and pay back President Weah's money. They used my friend, Henry Costa, to raise that money to pay back President Weah. And what did they do to Costa today? Today, Costa is fighting for his political life. Dash Costa and pick a guy named Kun, a guy who I think is a disgrace to our generation. So if you say somebody ungrateful, I think it's Boaka who is ungrateful. What gratitude did he show to Mr. Costa, who raised money for him and paid by President? Talking about ingratitude, Mr. Boaka is an epitome of ingratitude. What gratitude has he shown to President Seli, who held his hand and made him vice president? He sat over there, dialing in his usual graveyard silence, and small boys in Unity Party say they expel a towering figure that President Seli. President Seli had to go to the Supreme Court to fight for her own political life. Was that gratitude or was that leadership on the part of Boaka? You know, all these people coming around, they're like, oh, man, I'm grateful. I cannot be grateful. But have you read the text message, a change between Mr. Witherspoon and myself? When he sent me the money, I sent him a text. I said, I remain internally grateful.
Yeah, boy, you Zene, Miss Zene, how are you? Welcome to you there. Anthony Rogers, Bay Glay, welcome to you as well. Salia Sone, the Basel scholar can damage the whole defense for the late UP always. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, that was Asa Jackson talking about the ungratefulness of Joseph Yuma Boaka and the UP folks that are behind him today. Lack of gratitude, acknowledgement that somebody was there for you one day or some time ago. I remember when Joseph Boaka sat down in a gathering with Benina Ure, Alexander Cummings, the late Charles Walker Bromskin, who will later on will speak about the man Joseph Boaka. When they disparaged the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf on her birthday, it was actually on her birthday when they called a news conference and dealt with her. Yeah, when they called the news conference and dealt with her. Joanna Zulu, Boaka is associated with ingratitude, while Yumbley is associated with hotels. Omigo Jedo, how you doing? Ruth Bodo Buying, welcome. Okay. So where is the record for Joseph Boaka? Today we are seeing somebody, John Molu, who called Joseph Boaka and others criminals, right? John Molu. That refer to Joseph Boaka as Injury rogues, injury time criminals, rogues. John Molu. Okay. Today he's on the Boyka campaign team. And of course, uh, 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 we had to dig deeper into his files. Things he said about Unity Party, about Boyka government. And we got one of them here. A paper that he wrote. And take a look and take a listen of how he describes some officials in the government, including the Boyka, the Salif, and what have you. One, Lucini Donzo was public works minister. He wasted $1.5 million US on the Jalatown Road. We conducted the audit and found him wanting. Salif got the report. Instead of being angry at Minister Donzo, she got angry at me for raising the issue. In the midst of public outcry, Salif went on national radio and told the Liberian people it was, quote, trial and error, end of quote. She even included her trial and error in a State of the Nation address. And the legislators, political leaders, and everyone else started laughing and turned to look at me. For me, that was not even funny. Wasting such amounts of money, public money, can land you in prison in America. But in Liberia, the president laughed it off as though no big deal. But you know who was not laughing? The poor Liberians. They made noise until Salih removed Donzo. But she soon made him advisor to the president on infrastructure. I guess some of you remember this story from John Molu. And from that date forward, the trial and error mentality became the norm. Salif had developed the tempo for every to cut and paste. Everyone to cut and paste. Two, cut and paste. The budget became the standard practice in government. Minister of Finance. Three, we, in quotation marks, we had to bribe the legislature and, of course, committee on concession to pass the law became the standard excuse. No cow. Four, in quotation marks, we can't tell you how we spent 4 million on Guthrie because it's national security. Huh? Oh, yes. National security on Guthrie rubber plantation. That was the Minister of Agriculture. Five, I agree, 5 million missing, but I was not there. Six, give me your ministry bank statements for the audits. You political. That Molu asking for the bank statement from the ministry to do the audit, they turn around to him, you are political. You witch hunting me? You want to be president? Mills Jones got so mad at me at the German embassy for asking for bank statements to the point Salif had to get between us. He seems he was to punch me in the face while Harry Grace looked on, smiling. Thank God, all the newspapers were there and they saw it all. 7. The gender minister was caught manufacturing documents and she was removed from office months later. Took a clean sheet and wrote receipts and put sheets on the cement floor and had her staff stepping on it all day to make it look old. One of the staff whistle blowed. This happened in Bwaka government. And John Molu wrote all of these things. But he coming back to endorse Bwaka. 8. What do you do with the county development fund? And he says, if I tell you, you will not put me in the report. He wrote and signed willingly that he divided the money among the Bond County legislature at the Chinese restaurant. And he said, you know, your father and I were going out with the two sisters in Bond County. I said, dude, my father is dead and you are here to account for the money. He left immediately, and by 2 p.m., he was on radio castigating me, saying I coerced him to write his narrative. Give me the custom liquidation report. The custom officer says, I have asked my boss, the commissioner. The commissioner says he has to ask his boss, the assistant minister of revenue. The assistant minister of revenue says he has to ask the deputy minister. The deputy minister says he has to ask the minister of finance. Never got it. Never got it. Never got it. That's John Molu. Today is on the Bwaka campaign committee. And Bwaka is talking about cutting people off the payroll. Cutting people off the payroll. Cutting people off the payroll. Okay. Okay. We are reading what John Molu wrote about Bwaka government. John Molu endorsed Joseph Bwaka. Joseph Bwaka put John Molu on his campaign team. And you vexed with me. You vexed with me. Eh? You're not vexed with Joseph Bwaka's judgment or ungratefulness that is known. His lack of judgment, his poor judgment. You're not vexed with him. You vexed with me. Mickey Me, D. Harris, welcome. Tata Johnson, how you doing? Melvin Cordell. Melvin said Molu came from the CDC. Which Molu you talking about? John Molu or Mobile Molu? Which Molu you talking about? Eh? Did Ellen Salih make uh 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 John Molu from CDC, Comptroller, or let's say Auditor General. Royal Prince, Drakon, welcome to you. How you doing? UJ Diesel from China, welcome to you there. Yeah. Eh? You know, when we tell you that this country by President Weah is far better off than when he met it, you get angry, you get vexed. But that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay? That's exactly what it is. This country, Liberia, is better off than 17 years ago. Then, since 1847, since the founding, this country is better off. And don't take my word for it. Listen to Darius DeLong. Listen to Darius DeLong and hear what he says about this country, Liberia.
Have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not a reason. George Weah is not a reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason our health sector is not resilient. George Weah is not the reason that we have a messy and weak education sector. George Weah is not the reason roads are not paved across this country. George Weah is not the reason electricity is not flowing across this country. George Weah inherited those things.
Eh? George Weah inherited those things. George Weah is not the reason that our health sector is not top of the line, that our education system is whacked, that electricity is not across the length and breadth of this country, that the roads are not developed. George Weah is not the reason. He inherited those things. Okay? So, Emmanuel, Emmanuel Payne, Seyon Porte, uh, what's the state of affairs at JFK today? Rodney, Amelia Nimlem, Sedatu, Kiadi Bule, Rebecca Sayer. What's the state of affairs today in our country? Do we still have these things that Darius DeLong spoke about? Eh? George Weah is not the reason that the country is the way it is today. He's not the reason. Eh? He's not the reason. Where are my opposition friends? Eric Passaway is an in-law to Darius DeLong. Where is Eric Passaway on here tonight? Tata Johnson, we love our president, George M. Weah. Eh? We're not talking, we're not cussing nobody, yo. We are playing the tapes from these ungrateful people. Okay? Darius DeLong is one of those persons that said, President Weah, I was there. I saw it. I was there in person, live. This is Darius DeLong. When President Weah received his master degree, I believe that was the master degree program here, a graduation. UJ, Diso, if you want Senator DeLong clip, go on my Wild Michael Gilmore page. It's there. Go on my Wild Michael Gilmore page. You will find it there. I first post on my page right now. You'll find it there. The Princess, Wade Taylor, welcome. Don't mind them, she says. Mountford Yon, welcome. How you doing? This is Darius DeLong. There, he probably got a plane ticket from President Weah to come to that graduation. He probably was part of the list of people that benefited to come to the States, to come to the graduation from President Weah pocket. Eh? Lloyd Yenner, Chris Pine. This is what DeLong wrote. July 27, 2013. I was there in person, flesh and blood. This is inspiring. Congrats, George M. Weir. I'm right behind you, sir. I am right behind you, sir. Where did he go? Did he go behind President Weir? Huh? July 27, 2013. I was there in person, flesh and blood. This is inspiring. Okay? I was there in person. Look at the next words. Flesh and blood. When Jefferson Koji used the word flesh and blood, will defend our revolution, our democracy, flesh and blood. They say he ready for war. Right? Lawrence Gill. When Jefferson Koji used the word will defend our democracy, flesh and blood. They say he ready for war. Alfred Kotu. Alfred Kotu. When you try to tell someone that they are not informed and you say you don't seem to be informed, you don't spell same SAME. You spell it SEEMED or SEEM. That's SAME. It's like either you comparing me and you, or I don't know, but it don't make sense to me. Okay? You don't seem to be informed. It's supposed to be SEEM. Since you are informed, you know plenty. So we'll neck pick you. Okay? Now you and Darius Delon are your classmate. Yeah? Darius Delon are your classmate. I see why you say same picture. Thank you, Susie Lamadan. Same picture and this and that. Yeah. Hi yourself, Mr. Sim. you know, you don't seem informed. Okay. Look, folks, these people want to tell us, they want to tell us that this president have done nothing. They want to tell us Mata Hammer said you were kidding people with correction. Josephine Kimmel. Mas SP Pelu. I told you guys to go back to school. Ungrateful dull students. Yeah, Lloyd. Yeah. Comey said that tomorrow he will announce his campaign team. Yeah. you don't seem to be informed. Yeah. that it won't that it won't that it won't Miata Ade. that it won't The crown man can say, "Unsi eso," and I see it coming. Unsi eso, and I see it coming. Yeah. Akai. Now your English you spoke is Akai from Slaytown. In my UG Fago. Yeah. In my UG Fago. Yeah. That, that English you spoke is Akai. Thank you there, Blaze. Blaze J. Pascal. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me read this comment here. Lawrence Gia. Mr. Gimmer, I think Alfred needs to go take advantage of George Manor. We are free tuition policy and learn more. Yep. Please. J. Pascal, thank you. Say we always learn more from you and AB. New things. Absolutely. Thank you. Patience Green. I can't believe that Fago was calling JMB names. He is frail, weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen. He has collapsed several times, outdated, redundant, retarded, slow, archaic, and his education obsolete, excellent, is zero. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sally Asudi, you're asking questions. Yeah. Abraham Connor, which high school graduate is this? You know, Francis Kessler, welcome to you there from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Beatrice Spear, welcome as well. All right. Here's the thing, Roland Cooper. Here's the thing. These people say President Weah has done nothing for the country. Okay? He's done nothing. And as such, he should not be given a second chance, a second term. But here we are today. We witness something in Liberia, in our country today. This president went to campaign in districts 2 and 3. And coming back to town in the Pinsville belt, what we saw today, Aaron Pobler, Moses Dennis, Ruth Newe, Ralph Che, welcome. What we saw today by the Liberian people, their demonstration of love. Only Jerry say can do this. When Temo say hello, you say learn more. Say start learning. Yeah, start learning. Yeah. What the Liberian people did today. Okay. I mean, after talking to thousands of people on the campaign trail, the leader is coming back to town. And the people line up. The people line up. The streets, the highway, to wave at the president. And you could hear from the crowd, 12 year, 12 year. 6 plus 6, that 12, 12 year. Yeah. Alexander M. Griffith Sr. It reminds me of Charles Taylor coming to town. Absolutely. Blaze J. Pascal. We're going to have a time and a moment with all of you guys, okay? We're going to call several meetings and campaign stops across Monserrato County from district to district to talk to you all. Yeah, we're going to definitely do that, all right? Mitchell Dio, my son in whom I'm well pleased from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. How are you, son? Welcome. Say hi to my daughter-in-law there, Kowina, your darling wife. Kaifala Dukle. Salam alaikum, Mr. Gamer. Malaikum salam, my brother. How are you? Welcome. Yeah. Mata Hama, before you come on this platform, please know your subject verb agreement because you'll be disgraced by Mr. Gamer, the man who eats English. You sure? City Kappa, welcome. Okay. The people line up the street, and these are the people who the president did nothing for. Okay? These are the people the president did nothing for. Everywhere the president went with the crowd there, our friends in the opposition say they pay the people. They pay. Y'all just go and eat their money. Y'all take the lapas. And now what taxpayer money? Y'all go do this and do that. Ask yourselves. This CDC was in opposition for 12 years. 12 years, they meeting. One party headquarters. 12 years, they produce their own t-shirts, their own paraphernalia. 12 years, they did everything to keep the peace, to maintain the peace in our country. 12 years in opposition. They were not taken to court for rent for the party headquarters. Nobody sued them. 12 years in opposition. Despite they were shot at, they were killed, they were maimed, they were beaten, they remain peaceful, law-abiding. Yeah, confident D. Absolutely. They will continue to play with some of our people's mind because our people, some of the people are gullible. But nowadays, the people are beginning to understand. They are learning very well. They are learning very well. And they are staying away from that order. Jump. And then they say, how high? No, the Liberian people are not asking how high should I jump again. No, they know what's going on. So here is the video of President Weah returning from the campaign trail. Look at this video. We're going to play it for you. What's that called? It Miera Dan, Bible Freeman. Look at this video. Federal Tennessee man, Quito Lawrence Silonte, Comfort Cryu, the beautiful from Des Moines, Iowa. Welcome to you there. How you doing tonight? Where's your sister, Baby E? Say hi to her, okay? Kuda Williams. Look at this video. Doris Smith, Rosalind Tanamier. Look at this video. If you notice, CDC t-shirt, it will be in a minority. Okay? If you saw the CDC lapa here, it will be in a minority. But this is an organic crowd. Organic love. Natural love. Danotore. Entrepreneur Rosa Pio. Melvin Cordell. Yombio Gibson Zia. Joanna Zulu. Lena Addison Outland. This is an organic love shown to the president by the people. Okay? Yeah. Charlene Pratt. Our people have gotten the message. If you say the people are not better off today than 5 years ago, than 17 years ago, They will not be out in the streets to welcome this president. According to you, from his paid crowd that they gather every day. Yeah. What do you say about this video right here? With the people chanting and waving. Did they pay them? Daisy Wisa, Helena Barr, Augustine Williams. Did did these people get paid? Emmanuel Payne. Are these people's lives better off than 5 years ago, than 17 years ago? Are their lives better off? Let's play the video here and we'll continue talking, okay?
Think they don't understand. Academic is not wisdom.
Okay. Look at that. That crowd. Organic human beings, Liberians from all walks of life. They left their business schedules, they left their businesses, everything, and came on the road to hail this president, to welcome him back to the city, having gone all out there on the campaign trail. Eh? But do you think President Weah will see this and say, I've already won? Like somebody wrote here, Bible Freeman. You think President Weah will see that crowd and say election is finished and I should sit down, do nothing, like Joseph Boakai, Abraham Conant, organic, void of GMO. Jordan Sulu, this sister of mine. You think President Weah is not Miata Ade, welcome to you. How you doing? Good to see you. You think President Weah is relaxed? He's okay. I mean, the people like me. The people came out. So let me forget about Monserrato and don't go out to campaign. Absolutely. Smith Ballon. Weah is loved by his people. Okay? To have Thomas Fowler on the ballot in Monserrato County, it is not the same as having George Weah on the ballot. Okay? It is not the same. Samuel Tapla, welcome there. How are you? To have Thomas Fowler on the ballot in Monserrato County, it is not the same as having George Weah on the ballot. Okay? Thank you very much there, Mr. Tapla. 50 stars. Confident D. When you bless, you are blessed. Nobody can stop his blessings. Absolutely. Josephine Satamoa Amisa. Welcome there. Sylvester Bajulo. He will not rest until Liberia development is complete. And that's the message. He's running on his record. He's telling the Liberian people, I promise you this, I'm doing it. I have done it. These people that are running around calling themselves fixers and rescuers have done nothing for you. They are not the fixers. They are not the rescuers. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. William Sagba Davis. What have Joseph Boakai done? 2-3 days ago, he came out to name his campaign team. And then he went back to lay down. He went back to lay down. Ever since day one, January 22nd, 2018, Alexander Cummings had people on the streets protesting day one of this president in office. People began protesting on the instruction of Alexander Benedict Cummings. That tomorrow he said he named a campaign team. Tomorrow. He's not prepared. He's not ready for prime time. They are all campaigning after CDC. They are all campaigning after CDC. They're not ready. They are not ready. John Wampier, Muffless said, they are not ready for prime time. They are not fixers, neither are they rescuers. President Weah is the real fixer. He's the real rescuer. He is. He is the real fixer and the real rescuer. Yeah, Collie M. Dogba. One of the main impacts of President Weah's campaign tour was the mobilization of grassroots support by visiting various districts and engaging directly with the people. President Weah was able to energize his supporters and rally them behind his agenda. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. How? For moreover, President Weah campaign tour allow him to gather first-hand information about the challenges. One of the key impacts of President Weah's campaign tour was the mobilization of grassroots support by visiting various districts and furthermore, President Weah campaign tour provided an opportunity for him to showcase his achievements and ongoing development projects in different districts. By highlighting these initiatives, he aimed to demonstrate his commitment to improving the lives of ordinary citizens. Absolutely. Another significant impact of President Weah's campaign tour was its influence on voter turnout. The president's presence in various districts served as a catalyst for increased political participation. Many citizens who may have been apathetic or undecided about voting were inspired by the president's visit. Absolutely, you are so correct, Kali Dogba. You are so correct. Yeah, you understand? Immediate nameland, copycats, right? And they will not give him credit. Yeah, they will not give him credit for that. Campaign after Moba Molu, Eugene Nangbe, and others. Campaign after the CDC. Yeah. Since 2018, you've been protesting and wanting this position. You have not been able to put a team together. Yeah. Blaise J. Pascal, Mr. Gamer, these people have nothing to tell us. Because after Mr. We are 12 years, we are going to put Sir Joseph there. In so doing, CDC will be like the ANC in South Africa. Amadou Kamara, Blaise, J. Pascal. I was in a conference call today, and Sir Joseph name came about. And those people who all were in the conference call are following the conversation, and I believe they are laughing right now. They are laughing right now. Yeah. I'm telling you. Wow. It's sad. It's sad. And you know what to try to do? Eh? Before we begin to take your course, what to try to do here is to create chaos, confusion among us. Yeah. Abraham Conan, President Weah campaign have overwhelmed the opposition. completely, to the point that they know where to start. They don't know where to start. No, they don't. Maybe you laughing? Yeah. Tell them, City Carpet. Tell them. Big sister Jolly Clinton, how are you today? Welcome to you there from Philadelphia. Okay. J. Newton Blake. Everything they spoil, President Weah is fixing it. Example, the executive mansion, SKD, BTC, and many more. The president said it today. Yeah. Everything they spoil, we are fixing it. Mark Richard Blair, happy pre-birthday to you. Sunday. We'll celebrate you tomorrow, okay? Okay? Everything they spoil, we are fixing it. Sylvester Badro, he said, please tell us little about the pro-poor agenda. That's what we're talking here. The developmental agenda. Uplifting people from poverty, from the slum. Improving their livelihoods. Okay? The pro-poor agenda sought to provide education for the Liberian people. It is achieving that objective. The pro-poor agenda talk about electricity. It is achieving that objective. Roads, connectivity. It is achieving that objective. That's the pro-poor agenda. All the great things that is happening in our country, it's the pro-poor agenda. It is. Look at our health sector. The only government that have built over 5 hospitals in 5 years with coronavirus. 2 years of coronavirus. Minus that from 6. 85% of civil servants sitting down at home, not working, but the country survived. The economy grew despite the fact we had all these crises. President Weah inherited an economy with inflation rate of 31%, 31% inflation rate, and reduced inflation to single digit and had it to disappear when world economies were crashing and not being able to sustain. The great United States had to pump what kind of money? Stimulus. Had to pump stimulus in people's pockets. $1,700, $1,400 stimulus check. The people who knew nothing, who were supposed to make sure the country go in the ground, they kept the country afloat. If you are, I was saying the other day on Freedom FM, face the issue with Teacher Light. If you are a student in school and first period, you made 50, your average, all the subjects, 50, 50, 50, 50. You know, the teacher will not put 0 on the car and they will not put less than 50 on the report card too. But some teachers that they bad, they can put 45 on the car. They can put 30 on the car. Right? Every corner.
I know, right?
Some teacher there, they bad. Teacher Pepper there.
Well, they don't joke, guys.
They don't joke.
The government grade is 50%, they will not give it
They will not give it to you. Government grade 50%, they will not give it to you. All right? But maybe I'll bring you in. But you let me finish this story. You get 50, 50, 50. Math 50. Science, 50. English, 50. Social studies, 50. Okay? And now you need 70% before you can pass. So what you got to do? The next period, you try, you get 60 here, you get 70 there. Maybe you get 270s, you get 160, you get 180. You still not passed yet. You somewhere around, on average, 60% for each of the subject. You stay in the red. Third period, you hustle. You probably get 80 everywhere or 85. Now you're not covered, you up to 70 now. 70 the passing mark. But then by the time you will get to the sixth period, where they will tally everything and give you your report card and either put that failed or promoted or condition, then your report card says pass, promoted. You cover that negative 31 inflection. You cover it. In order to get in positive territory, you must first cover the inflection. That's what the government did. That's what this government did. Inherited negative 31% inflation rate and turn it around. That's why when you see the president dancing that song, the hole you dug for me, I jump over it. That's it. Next year, day one. How many times they want to name that campaign team? Until they can have enough people. They not get plenty. They not get plenty people. Yeah. Okay. Jerry said, he said GMB can count us out like country devil. They announced it's coming 1 month before they bring him us out. Like Jesus. They don't get plenty of people matter hammer. I'm telling you. All right. So that's what the government did. Make sure the economy rebounded, got on the right footing with the right policies in place. How will you go against Samuel Twe? How will you go against Samuel Twe because he's Minister of Finance today? Samuel Twe was a consultant at the Ministry of Finance during Bouakai time. He was at the African Development Bank. Okay? He was. And he was respected when he was at the African Development Bank. When he came to the Ministry of Finance as a consultant, he was respected. Samuel Twe wrote the paper for the Millennium Challenge Compact that awarded our country $257 million from the Millennium Challenge, United States money. When Ghana and other people that were awarded compact hire people, experts, to write their project, Samuel Twe did it for us, for our country, free on his consultation fees that were being paid to him. Okay? He did it. Let Bouakai challenge that information. Samuel Twe did it. And then that today, through his instrumentality, his ability to put in place monetary policy, fiscal policies, economic policies, to study the market forces and strengthen our economy with the financial team put together by the president. The the Minister of Finance, Central Bank, Ministry of Commerce, the LRA, the financial team working together. And you expected them to fail. Eh? You expected them to fail. How? How? Brother Connor, let me get your input here, man. Welcome.
Drink some water, my brother.
Yeah,
Take a sip.
let me drink some water. Yeah, let me drink some water. It's
Take
necessary.
some drink, my
Yeah.
brother. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. You know,
Yeah.
whenever you're on GST, you're fired up. So
Absolutely.
it's great to be here. And let me take this time to say good evening to all the GST family, and then
Right.
of course the people of Liberia and the diaspora.
Right.
You know, my brother, every time it becomes a new phenomenon with the dynamics of our politics, especially with whether we are at the helm of power in our country.
Right.
Like every morning you get up, you see new things. It's like you start to wonder, I said, but when this president is going to be unpopular in this country?
Right. When?
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 You know, my brother, all boils down to the fact that how authentic a person is. There's no fakery.
No.
It's indeed being authentic. The organic show of support today consummated the president's 2023 victory.
Telling you.
No if and but about it.
Nothing.
They can say whatever they want to say. The people are resolved.
The people are resolved.
And there is no level of falsehood, no level of propaganda going to change the dynamics of the people's mind.
No.
They are resolved. The people are saying visually. What level of propaganda are you going to tell them?
What?
What are you going to tell them?
What are you going to say to them?
That I can do X, Y, Z? Because of the fact that there is nothing to see. That's the reason why they got nothing to run on.
No. Except that they want to create chaos.
Chaos. Animosity. They have resorted to violence.
Violence.
They try to brutalize people in the street just by wearing CDC t-shirts. They brutalize and they vandalize people. They are so angry to the point that they cannot even face you to engage you on a constructive discussion.
No.
It all resort to physicality, it resorts to profanity, and it resorts to so many ugly things.
Mm-hmm.
And the people would not buy into it.
No.
You know, my brother, I realize today the spontaneity of the people, the way they show out. That is just kind of the day that Charles Taylor entered Liberia in 1995.
97. Was it 95? Yeah, 95.
It was 95.
95, yeah.
Then the election was held in 97.
97, correct.
I mean, it was just mind-boggling. Because people were in complete disbelief that this rebel leader, whatever you could call him, is going to enter Monrovia.
Yeah.
The fact that he passed through Kakata, people started pulling.
People started pulling, yeah.
All in the street. So it just reminded Liberia of that scenario today. People left their market, they left their everything. The laptops and everything.
Yeah.
And then you sit there to tell me that this man, after 6 years, he's unpopular?
He's unpopular? How?
You must be smoking something else, guy.
And very strong, too. Very strong, too.
Very strong. So, to be honest with you, I was in total disbelief. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I know it was impossible, but the idea is that it wasn't planned and the people just decided, because this is a man that is seen every day. I'm pretty sure even this morning he was going in District 2 and 3. He drove through that same road.
Yeah.
But the fact that he coming back and they just said, you know what, we're going to work out our president.
Back. Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling.
Very.
You understand? And that's the one that you're going to tell people, you're going to manipulate them with falsehood.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy it. But I'm grateful that after the 2020 election, we resolved to counter all falsehood in our place. Yeah. And it deflected all of their shenanigans and all of their falsehood to the point that they are left with nothing right now but anger. Look at their own polls that they're conducting, they're going from city to city, and it's just disturbing.
Manipulated polling.
Manipulated, and just stay. They can't even win it.
No, they can't.
It speaks volume, my brother. And then you were talking about the economy, how Minister Twe have done a marvelous job.
Right.
My brother, the GDP of Liberia is projected to grow 4.3% in 2023.
Yeah.
And come next year, it's going to grow at 4.8%.
4.8%.
I mean, and yesterday you tell me that this man is doing nothing. This is a man that came at the hem of the presidency.
Right.
And then immediately, all of the international support almost instantaneously dry out.
It dry out.
It dry out completely.
Yeah.
And yet still, he did not waver. So you know what?
The international community got behind that. Don't take our money. You'll find your own money. What about what Baka government was doing, using the international community money and funding it and putting it back?
They made it a piggy bank.
Yeah.
Go in there, take it, and just spend it. And then the man embraced all our responsibility.
Yeah.
He stabilized the ship and he stabilized the economy. And you're talking about the upward trajectory of the economic trend of Liberia. And yesterday you tell me that he's doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then a disturbing video that was played again today on K&K show. Vice President Baka had the audacity to sit there and talk about the fact that there are 100 people doing a job, but now you got 500
I played that video here.
Yes, and then we're not going to accept it.
Yeah, you will cut the people. You will cut people.
Cut them. We don't need them. You don't need them. What you need? So you're telling me that you need for 100 people to be sitting somewhere and you're paying them $30,000 or $20,000, while the rest of the other people languishing in abject poverty and got nothing to do?
Yeah. They want to increase the salaries again to pay.
That's the reason why paramount among the platform right now of the Unity Party is the issue. They are so angry about this salary issue. Why they must cut down their $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000 or $20,000 salary? Why they must call it?
Yeah.
And they keep talking about it. Then you say you got the people's interest? Come on now.
Come on now.
It ain't going to work. The people are not going to accept it. They're going to reject you and reject you forcefully. You understand, my brother? So,
absolutely.
I mean, the fight is on. And they know it. That's why I turned it early on. They have the president, we are overwhelmed them to the point they don't even. I mean, campaign started since 2 weeks now almost. And you telling me that up to now you cannot constitute a campaign committee?
You can't constitute.
What's going on with you?
What's
For all
going
of
on?
the years you've been languishing in opposition. Today is the 17th. I think about what, 55 or 54 days to election, and you're talking about constitute an election commission. I mean, a campaign team.
Campaign team.
Something must be wrong with you, but that's okay. It's because when you got overwhelmed
and you're not prepared.
You're not prepared, and you start to scatter all over the place, trying to grab onto something. But because this man, the authenticity of his leadership, to stabilize the country, bring peace and harmony in the country, his tolerance level.
Yeah.
predicated on that. The Liberian will continue to embrace him, and he's going to be rewarded another 6 years in our country. But my brother, it's great to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, there, AB. All right, folks. Oh, that was Brother Connor, AB Connor there from New Jersey, making an input here. If you just joined us here, we say welcome to you. Uh, this is Judah Hard Talk, FM 107 and the global stage. We are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. Momentarily, we'll begin to take your calls here and have your input. All right? Yeah. So you saw that video we're just playing for you here. President, we are returning to the nation's capital today through the Pennsylvania Belt. And of course, the people line up to hail him. Yeah. We just want to encourage all of us here, folks. Our country is not where we want it to be, but taking into account of what this president inherited and where he has the country today, what he inherited and where the country is today, you will understand that we are making progress. We are making progress as a country, as a people, as a government. Okay? Our friends in the opposition, they have nothing to give us, nothing to give the Liberian people, except that they want to create chaos in the country. We got information today that they are organizing themselves in Atlanta, Georgia. A group of folks in the opposition in Atlanta, Georgia, are organizing themselves. They are fundraising to buy T-shirts, make CDC T-shirts, and send it to Liberia or produce it in Liberia, give it to their own people to wear it and cause problems. Yeah, so that the international community and people see that it is people in CDC paraphernalia, CDC T-shirts or emblems are causing the problem in the country. These guys have got nothing to run on. They've got nothing to run on. So they are looking for the opportunity to plunge this country in chaos, and then they call for interim government. But that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because the Liberian people are resolved. The last time they said if President Weah wins one round victory, it will bring war. Because Samuel Doe won one round victory, and they say it brought war. Charles Taylor won one round victory, they say it brought war. Those are not the times that we are in. Those are not the times. Nigeria with over 200 million citizens, 93 million people register to vote, and 26% decided the country's government. 8 million people will vote for the current president. 8 million, over 200 million people, only 8 million people voted for Tinubu, and Tinubu is president of Nigeria today. On first round, one round, 8 million people, and Nigeria is not fighting war. Sierra Leone, you want to tell me Sierra Leone is better than Liberia? our economy. Mara Bioha election, 1 round. He's president. Okay. Kude Williams said they are right in my area, and I know them very well. Thank you. At least somebody knows something. Okay. But we're not going to sit down on this story and leave it as that. We'll continue to educate our people. We'll pass on this information to our friends in the government and let them take note. We'll pass it on to our party, the CDC. Yeah, I'm a member of the CDC. Okay. I joined the CDC April 11, 2023. Go on my page. You'll see my red beret there in my red shirt. All right. This is the party I wanted to join, and I did join it. Hey, I want to be a CDC. Hey, I want to be a CDC. This is the party I wanted to join.
Opposition, you're not able, they're not capable. But too bad, they're not able, they're not capable. All the things you doing, they're not able, they're not capable. All the role you facing, they're not able, they're not capable. All the light you bringing, they're not able, amen. They're not capable. I say, they're not able, they're not capable. So never me and you, I am Opposition, vision, yes, stop our mission, yes, stop our vision. We up the mountain,
They down the valley, they getting vexed because we there. We up the mountain, they down the valley, they getting vexed because we here.
hallelujah.
So we are the Mapreso in the land of the living.
The Lord is forevermore. So we are the Mapreso in the land and we live in the Lord is forevermore. Opposition, the whole yard for us, we
Jumbo away.
Paparazzi, the whole yard for us, we jumbo away. Bomb o'clock, the whole yard for us, we jumbo away. Opposition, you're not able,
They not capable.
but too bad, they're not able,
They not
all
capable.
the things you doing, they're not able, they're not capable. All the road you facing, they're not able, they're not capable. All the light you bringing, they're not able, amen. They're not capable. I say, they're not able, they're not capable. And you say, I'm on the go, I say, I come. I say, and you say, I'm on the go, I say, I come. Everybody clap for we are, clap for we are, clap for baby. I say, clap for baby. Moto, no problem. Moto, no problem. Moto, no problem. Moto, no problem. We are moto, no problem. Our moto, no problem. This moto, no problem. All right. Rena. I want everybody make some noise. We will hold our hands. We will hold our vote. Mommy, what I carry opposition. We will hold your hands. We will hold your hands. We will hold your vote. Mommy, what I carry opposition.
We will hold your hand.
Opposition, you're not able, they're not capable. But too bad, they're not able, they're not capable. All the things you doing, they're not able, they're not capable. All the road you facing, they're not able, they're not.
I want. Woman,
yo. No bear won't talk to us, yo.
The order, that's some the order, that's some
No bear won't speak to us, yo.
Angel Azango, Laura Alski,
The order,
that's some yo.
the order, that's some no bear won't speak to us.
I will be coming to you shortly to ask you to renew for a second time the mandate that you gave me 6 years ago.
We say we want rules. We better paying rules. We want the hospitals. We better paying hospitals. We say we won't go to schools. We better not pay the school fee. We want the market. We better not be the yard. Yo. We better want to us. The order, in a sumo, the order, in a sumo, no bear wanna speak to yo. No bear want to us,
Vatango Pelete, our telephone lines are open now. You can call the show. Let's hear your side of the story, okay? Whoa!
Yo.
You saw the hundreds of thousands of people that lined up Pinsville today, and you say the people suffering. I think you are blinded by falsehood and lies.
The state of our nation is peaceful and secure. We intend to keep it this way.
Bringing electricity, agriculture and forestry, strengthening security, fighting corruption, stabilize press, microfinance and jobs, poverty and livelihood. Nobody reach you. It is not. Nobody reach you. Yo. No bear won't talk to us, The order, in a sumo, the order, in a sumo, no bear won't speak to us, yo. No bear won't talk to us.
Our telephone lines are open. Call us here. 313-957-9702.
Bear won't speak to us, You are big, Coolio.
Double blow.
Yo. Bagugbe won't talk to that's some no, and that's some yeah. John Wampier, welcome there from Stockton, California. How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Gamer?
I'm good. Welcome.
Yeah, I just called the vast Manimekandi brothers who live in.
Yeah, Mohammed, just hold on. Meet your line one second. Wampier on the phone.
I just called the vast Manimekandi brother that live in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Whosoever, like if you are in Bali and are living in America or in London, look, start telling your people who to vote for.
Mm-hmm.
Because me, a happy, my own uncle, 30 months, my own children in Liberia, they now vote for Maya Kun, you will not send them money. So the children called me, I told them, I said, you know what? Let me take your money. Because me, I know my own uncle history, he not know the politics in Liberia. So I just call here and say, uncle, you so you know, because you don't know the politics in Liberia.
Yeah.
He been here for the past 40 years. You don't know, I asked him, who you want? He kept telling me who you want. Or why you gotta go call the children and tell them,
yeah,
I like the person I want for you to vote for, you not vote for. I will not say no, I will not get your money again. Until you make your money, I will say whatsoever you want. What did not do for you? This is the kind of man that And I put all the children there also for his own home. And the man who supporting some or who telling the children that they all men go and you not know the man. I go, you were the same man yesterday. I say, oh, Prince Joseph was a killer. Jeremiah Kuna know he's a criminal. So that today you know Jeremiah Kun.
Yeah.
So you start being racist because in Zimbabwe, they are firing Prince Johnson. They are they are bringing tribalism back again. You know, they're bringing tribalism back again. So Manimakali people just stop it.
Right.
Again, let me go straight. Because they are laws, a lot of the cry, a lot of president everywhere made them to lose the whole state. Because the only thing that they know now today, they were just putting more on DJ Life. Oh, DJ Life feel. DJ Life feel. So DJ Life is the standard bearer of citizen.
Right.
So that the Liberian people want to hear. So the people have lost their whole campaign. So the fire is getting hot on them. You know, because they don't want to tell the Liberian people what they want to do for them. That the cool message is you get preaching. Oh, the people bring kush. That kush. So okay, the people, you know, when a blind man when a blind man say I will show you the right, it's already in their head. So that they don't want bringing the so that some of the strategy they brought in Liberia, they feel time about smart AI. You know, I guess the only thing that is more Ali than Kevin or that like stealing thing in Liberia to steal money from the people. Smart AI. You know, I get the only thing that more Ali than carry it. So while they steal the people money. So in the campaign, so the people can say, oh, the government brought they never protected or they brought somebody to steal for us. That's why they brought the confusion in the so that I wanted a strategy there also to steal from the people in Liberia. But we already know that more Ali than Kevin in Liberia. They steal more Ali or Mark Kevin Garden to steal from the people. So the police might arrest you two guys. More Ali in Matthew College. Those are criminal in Liberia.
I'm telling you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. John Wampier there from Stockton, California. Let's take this brother from the UAE, Mohammed S. Kamara. Welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. How you doing? You muted your line. Kamara, on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, hello.
Your line keep muting. Go ahead.
You getting me?
Yeah, now we're getting you. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, you have set it up and nothing there to add. All those who supporting Ambassador Boakai, they are not supporting him for development. Are you one day here for any of Joseph Boakai's supporters telling you, say, oh yeah, they will do that, they will do that? The only thing they are good at is suffering. The suffering.
Yeah.
President Weah have failed. But when you ask them what President Weah failed on, they will not tell you what President Weah failed on. They will only say the man failed. What he failed on,
what
he failed on. Joseph Boakai on Tuesday, he was on their show, Class Loading. He said they play like during their time, they will get 100 workers. President Weah came and have 500 workers there.
Yeah.
During their time, they were paying people. They will get only 500 when the APRC, they put 200 person there. You see? So meaning that only they India said that they were getting benefit. Other people were not getting benefit. Yeah. So today now, other people are getting benefit. They are not getting it. You see? So the frustration is on them. They just said they know the election, they go in heaven, they can't down. They can't win. They are nowhere matched to the president.
You say they
are nowhere matched. They go in heaven, they can't down. They can't win.
They can't win.
They can't win. They go in heaven, they can't down. They can't win. Because no momentum. No moment. Look at Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson running campaign in Nima. Let us say like stream people there. Let us say they take Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson. They came out to go run campaign. Why people not know them? See that kind of machine. Where is Joseph Boakai? The vice president or the president who's supposed to sell their friend? And the president, the standard brother supposed to sell the vice president to the province, but the vice president selling the president.
Right. But you finish forgetting, and they told Joseph Boakai he must go sit down.
Yeah, but at the city now, he's sitting now.
Yeah.
Or do they want for war to enter in Liberia? It happened in South Sudan. In South Sudan, when the president, the standard brother and the vice standard brother, they went into power, the vice president feel that he had more say in the country than the main president. What happened? The vice president was able to honor the process, and today war in South Sudan.
Yeah.
See, so there's the same way they want Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun, they will let to do, because the vice president said in the standard brother. So if they win tomorrow, Jeremiah Kun will say, "Oh, out of here, I was the one that running campaign for you, nobody. In fact, I had to do this, I had to do this." So if Joseph Boakai not agree, tomorrow what will happen? P. Johnson and bring war back again.
Right.
P. Johnson and bring war back again. So we don't want for our country to be that. Let Joseph Boakai will go. And he feel him man. He feel him mad because he said they take man joy and give it to boss.
Yeah.
So if he feel him mad because I think man is supposed to start from 40 up. So if he feel him mad, then he wear the boot that president we are wearing. Then you get on the feet. Then you did the battery. Because that battery they play the air, they not put new battery. They only when the real one is. So when small ring test pack forget it, we'll try, but maybe we not get money to back here.
I tell you,
yeah,
thank
the
you.
only real, but you understand, you know. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much, Mohammed from UAE. Let's go to our next caller here. But first, before we call on Big says Rose Talu. Vatango Belete say if crowd size could determine victory, Mr. 45 could have won here in America. And he asked a question. Are you suggesting that crowd size determine victory? Crowd size doesn't matter because it's purchase crowd. Yeah, I like how the purchase those crowd today in Painesville there. I think I'll put it on the screen for all of us. Rose Talu, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Gilman.
How you
Good
doing?
evening. Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
After 12.
Good morning, yeah.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Gilman, thank you for the good work you guys are doing for us. Yes.
Right.
It's very, Mr. Gilman, my own advice to the Liberian government is let the government really try to employ people, like security guys, who will monitor the streets of Monrovia. Because these people playing here is they want to do everything possible to just destroy Liberia. They don't care because they are not in power. So because what they want, they're not getting there. So whatever this man do, the president, whatever he's doing right now for the country to make the country to look better.
Yeah.
They against it. They
Right.
against it. Go to other poor countries, also African countries, where you can't even believe that it's Africa. I mean, it's in Africa.
Right.
Streets are clean, everything is okay. But they want Liberia, Monrovia can not be clean one day. What is going on? Just because we are not in power, we're not getting it. So whoever is there will do everything to destroy it.
Right.
We need to stop. The government need to post those really send out to these people, because what they are doing now, Mr. Bima, is they are paying people in Monrovia. We are getting the news. They are paying people in Monrovia. Anytime they can pay those boys or whoever they can take the trash and just wasting in the street and things, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They're wasting, they put in trash, they may not do it. I mean, all these things we've been trying, all this from Tobo time, when Tobo, Tanki, Laboratory went and built or drainage. I mean, baby white, for whatever be through to flow through it, so that they will not have no dirt or whatever in the place there. They both before then when they after the market and thing, they will pay people and they will take their trash and put it somewhere to trash it. But as soon as the drainage finish, they definitely seen that their place will be putting trash.
Right.
I mean, the drainage just turned to, a dirty place, everything just mess up. When we're raising Maria water all over the place there. What will we change? We travel all over the world, we see what is happening in other countries. Why can't we do the same thing? Just because you in power, I'm not in power, so I'm mad at you. Whatever you do, I should go come on and spoil it. We need to stop. The government really need to take stand against the people here. There's so much. It's getting bad or it's getting bad. Or even today, when the person was passing, when you're passing through, coming going back to town, you can see the streets, darling. You can see the street. How do you see the other place? No, the put trash. The side of the trash. What is going on? The government, to employ special people, to patrol the street of Morovia, and whoever they see with trash in the street, only dumping street, trash in the street, that person should be arrested. And the government should arrest them. They should not take it and say, oh, you leave the people. Leave the people, leave the people. That is what today we are not moving anywhere. All the good things that this man is doing in the country, the people now see it and they don't care.
Thank you very much.
So that's my own advice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's take Tele Bele from Phoenix, Arizona. Bele, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Gamer.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me clear?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I think I text and I got a very serious concern. And I want the general public to really take note and be observing what I'm really, really concerned about, as well as the president of the nation. Today marks August 17, 2023. Last night, August 16, yesterday, 2023, I woke up in the middle of the night. I went on Facebook and I saw a threat that Yeke Koluba was posting to the president of the nation. I'm not up for development now. I'm not up for who dealt the place or not. I'm looking at the past legacy, the trace of the betrayal of the former president that was immediately, that was killed in cold blood because failure to listen to advice. This is Samuel Doe. Some of us, we are in the Western world. I'm not supposed to be here. My plan when I was going to school was to get my children on mission and doing good work as a journalist. That was my goal. Unfortunately, the war came and I fled to the exile. And the exile, I was able to come here through the grace of God. I'm lucky. How much more about the other people over there? We are seeing what is going on in the African nation. We are seeing what is going on in the Western world. Yeke Koluba statement, Yeke Koluba threat to the president. This young man will be assassinated in cold blood by Yeke Koluba.
It can't happen.
So before it happens,
it can't happen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Before it happens,
and Bele.
Yes, brother.
Bele,
brother, we are on the line. Let me end.
Okay, end.
Let me end, brother. It worries me a lot. I know this young man. I know the heart in half of the nation. I know he travel all over the world. When the people are destroying the country, they may have from one place to another, from one camp to another. He was helping people, and now he's a president. Everything he saw over the sea, everything he did over there, he's bringing it back to the country. There's a war in Swahili called Akuri Matata. Meaning, you cannot forget your past, but you can prevent your past. Mr. Gaiman, I want you to use this platform. My name is Bere. You and I both live in the United States of America. If anybody posts threats to any individual, before even the president, he can be arrested. You know that. This president survived June 7th. And he had gone to receive the petition. He was to be assassinated. Thank God that he did not show up. Yeke Koluba and his group, they will use the red bearing that CDC uses and go close to the young man. They may and me. It's my worry. If that man will listen to our advice, they take precaution. That's what I call him.
Thank you very much.
My name is Bere.
Right. Thank you. Yeke is being used by the opposition to cause problem, and then when government try to go after him, there is spark that confusion they are looking for. So that's what I said. It would not happen. The president's security is intact. All right. Yeke can't get closer to him. Yeke is looking for an avenue, like I stated in a quote here, in the midst of chaos. They seek opportunity. All right. That opportunity is interim government that they want. That will not happen. But we are keeping tabs of everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gilman. That was my concern, and thank you for understanding what I thought
Absolutely.
of and what I trying to vision.
Yeah.
I'm listening on your show.
Thank you. Let's go to China and welcome Alex Dizo, and then we'll come back to the station, take our last two callers, and Brother Connect gonna wrap up for us. Dizo.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman.
Welcome. How you doing? Long time.
Yeah, Chief. You know, I can't my Alex Diso Facebook and I connect it, so I gotta use the UJ Diso to be able to connect you for it.
Oh, okay.
That's you know I monitor July Hatter, yeah. Yeah, so the thing about it is all of us from Liberia who are in the international community and all of that, sometimes we have discussions with some friends from other countries that have interest in politics. And when we started talking about George Weah is our president, and George Weah is not doing well, George Weah is this, George Weah is that, you get sometime of recent I've been part of several conversations, and I know that people started to have problem with us when we say George Weah is not doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Because for a president to waive education to the level that George Weah waive tertiary education, all other students, who are here, they wish that could be in their country.
Right.
Because tertiary education is not a right.
No, it's not a right.
It's not a right. It's a privilege. And when you get it, you gotta take God take you, because the right to education at the constitution.
But you heard the Nigerian guy that called on the radio in Monrovia.
The Nigerian guy was on the radio, but I'm talking about people who we are conversation with face to face that we acting African history, individual president, leadership.
Yeah.
So we experience that, and some of us who can think, beyond the line, we get to understand that George Weah have a mark on Liberia that cannot be erased, because nobody has waived tertiary education in Liberia.
No.
Nobody has waived tertiary education. Now, if you don't want to go to the University of Liberia, you want to go to Washington or wherever, then you get choice. So how much you pay there, that one is a business. But George Weah say go to the University of Liberia on government expense. I spent almost like 2-3 days walking from Chicken Soup Factory to Maryland Center to go see Darius DeLong in 12th grade. Only for YFEs. Now George Weah said, no, I'm not working anybody but YFE anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, and still we still complaining. And Darius DeLong is still alive.
Yeah.
He's still alive. I'm telling you about Sunday 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he paid my YFE, but I had to walk for 2-3 days. Sometimes go very early, got to sit down to a door and wait for him.
Yeah.
When he come out and get in his car and pass by me, he didn't see me then. I got to come back the next day, all that, until he saw me.
Wow.
So understand what I'm a testimony went through for YFE. That now the president said nobody should go through that anymore. We understand that some girls were abused. We understand some females were even abused and harassed and taken advantage of because of YFEs.
Yeah.
They had their own story. Everybody got YFE. Some kind of story about YFE. Most of that come from a very poor background.
Yeah.
That being self-supported in the very early. Everybody got some kind of story about YFE. The president said nobody should go through that thing anymore.
Wow.
Then somebody say, why we supporting George Weah? I mean, we supporting George Weah, we adore people. I can be door student and study technology and get doctorate degree inside. I be doing cybersecurity with master degree. No door make it do technology.
No.
It's not that we adore that why we are supporting George Weah. It's not because we adore. It's because we are seeing some of where we have come from. You are not done 100%. But at least some of us can look back and say this thing we went through it, and at least our children are not going to go through it. The Thomas Father introduced and said the YFE issue should be a law. That any government they should inherit it and make sure that it be a law that nobody will pay YFE. It should be government responsibility. I think if that is done.
That law passed in the lower house and is with the Senate. That's why.
Yes, it with the Senate.
It with the Senate, yeah.
So So basically, I understand again, Mr. Gamer, when God is on your side, even your enemy can defend you and clap for you unknown to themselves.
Yeah.
Listen to Dara's Zero message. It's just clear. No debate. They don't are in the debate.
Yeah. Joe, we are not responsible.
Everything else we should hold the Baka he campaigning for today responsible because George, we are inherited it. The weak education system, the weak health system, the bar roll, and every other thing the security setup breakdown, he inherited it.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, when he taking us from the pit and making us to see little light there, now we get Futi Military Hospital, we get Dwara Market, we get Market to Omega. These lights when he come in, then you cannot tell us that we should cut it on after 6 years. They got to allow the light to shine.
Right.
So that at least when we come and study, when some of us come and study in China, we return to Liberia where at least we see a Liberia that at least not just a Liberia that looked at China, but it would be a Liberia that at least we appreciate better than the time we left Liberia.
Absolutely.
So for us, we have to basically talk in the team because we're not going to vote. We're not going there to vote, but our words got to be there because our family are there, our friends are there. People listen to us. People want to find logic in what we're talking about. They want to see something.
Correct.
Every one of us has a story about YFEs. If your parents pay your YFE 100% clap for you. But if you were to beg somebody before you pay YFE, then today you must appreciate where we are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You should appreciate where we are now for it. So basically, that's how I see him as a gamer. So thank you for the level of work you're doing.
Thank you.
And for the fact that the sleeping time different. Some of us right now afternoon in China, and you just can't go to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed. Thank you very much.
When we are monitoring, we continue to make our contribution. At least people who listen, we make some decision and we take sense from what we say.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Gamer.
Thank you very much. Emmanuel Tier, then Art Jogba, and then A.B. Connor. Tier, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gilman. Thank you so much for the show.
Right.
You know, Mr. Gilman, Liberians in Liberia, they have realized that President Weir is doing unprecedented things that they have not seen before. Even those of us that live here. You know, when the president spoke when he came from Asia, I generally asked him a question. He told the generally, he said, "Are you coming for your blessing?" And you hear asking me a question on different issues. I just try to paraphrase.
Right.
This is what's happening today. You see, in Liberia, since President Weir came from Asia, all the opposition gone low. They don't even know what to do right now.
No.
Can you imagine at this time? We are closer to election. Alexander Kubi is talking about putting KPT together. Is that not laughable? Yeah. Thing that you really want, you've been hunting for it, putting sanctions on people for it.
Yeah.
Then at this time, you're trying to say, I'm putting my team together today.
Yeah.
It's shameful to our own men.
They were not ready. They were not ready on day one. Day one of campaigning, August 5th, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were never ready.
Then look at our old men. The old men came from the United States. Instead of he telling the people that the way I came, Dada told me not to talk in public too much. Let me rest and forget about this thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do a move and then continue to press it on. Look at the simple thing that happened during the time he said he's going to announce his thing. The man went on the stage, he did not even talk for 25 minutes. More Aligalo can't take over.
Right.
You see, those things, I don't know, Liberians are saying it. Then he's sitting there in a horse, telling Jeremiah Kune to go wrong a campaign. I don't know, they want for Liberian people to buy picky there. Yeah, Mr. Gibbon, this is so shameful.
That's what it is. They want the Liberian people to buy pick in the bag.
Yeah, thank you, man, Mr.
Thank
Gibbon.
you.
That's why
Thank you very much, Tia. Emmanuel Tia from Rhode Island. Brother Jogba, Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
You selling pig?
I was telling AB today. I said that it's very difficult to sit and put together the achievements of President George Weah,
President
right?
Weah.
And the reason is, I think there are some areas that people tend to overlook. You know, one of the biggest area I think people don't understand is security.
Right.
All right. I mean, you can say 12 years, after 12 years old, but here's the problem though. For 12 years, the security of our nation was in the hands of
In
foreigners.
the hands of foreigners.
To a level where even your chief of
The
staff,
chief of staff at the mansion was a Nigerian.
And on day one, this government was literally set up for failure.
It was.
You see people who should be there to support the president or the government, you're walking away.
Yeah.
NGOs walking away. And that's fine. You know, one thing I've admired about George Weah, the president, is I'm not hearing complaint.
No.
I'm not hearing come and say, we are unable to do this because of this. Yes, sir, we'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to the previous caller, the opposition don't have a strategy. You look, because you don't know what's coming. How can you strategize when you don't know what's coming? The one you've done everything to just make this entire government and the leader to be perplexed and walk away. That haven't worked. Everything you've done, you've thrown at the person, just haven't worked.
No.
So, and you're aware that this is a person who is still very popular in the country.
They saw all of this today in the Pinsway belt there, and they said no, the president is not popular.
No, but let me tell you something. Mr. Gilman, this thing that happened in the Pinsway was unplanned.
Absolutely. Organic.
Okay? It was unplanned. The last time I saw such a crowd that is so, exuberant, like just happy, was when Chancellor was coming from Bangor to Monrovia the first time.
Yeah, 1995.
That's the first time. That's the last time I saw such a crowd. This was unplanned. It tells you, if you know, it tells you this president, not just this crowd, from last week, every district is doing nothing but pull crowd behind him.
Yeah.
That's just the reality. You don't have any way. How do you fight somebody when you have no idea how to even fight a person?
How?
So you got 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I saw Kong in Nima, and someone from Spoon asking him. I mean, you could see the disappointment in his face if you watch that video. He said, "Oh, you weren't there last night." Now there was no excitement, nothing in the person, in the individual.
No.
So you know that there is confusion behind there, and people still trying to figure out. And by the time you figure out what you want to do, CDC is way ahead of you already. That's what I tell people. I say, every time you talk to people who already come against, let's call a spade as Liberians, right? Let's just take a step back. Let's discuss the results. Let's discuss numbers. Go from sector to sector. Mm-hmm. The level of development this current government has exhibited, you cannot compare it to any government in the past, period. And this is not about being a partisan. This is talking about being even a Liberian. If you go to Monrovia all the time, I get people saying what they want to say. Let's not discuss let's discuss numbers. Let's discuss results.
Yeah.
Let's not argue. If you want to sit this and say I can get it, but sit on the table. And I have friends of mine who call me and would talk. I said, Jeremy, I respect your views, okay, to support whoever you choose to support. But let's have a conversation and say, let's have education. And the problem is they got nothing to throw back. Let's go to healthcare. They got nothing to throw back. That's why I tell people, results don't lie. So the only thing you say is, oh, we don't care. Because you got a few people who think, look, Mr. Gilman, Liberia is on a different trajectory. George Weah have actually shifted the way people see things in our country.
Absolutely.
I said the other thing, I'll say again. The next leader have been completely set up. Because it will be so difficult to fit in our shoes that he's created. You cannot come. The expectations of Liberia. Just look at the amount of young people who hold position. Mm-hmm. Look at the amount of young people who are also going after ministerial positions, who want to be representatives and senators. Young people are no longer expect to take bold steps.
Right.
Years ago, we said, oh yeah, it's for older people. No, the young people are stepping up. They're no longer afraid. That's a whole different area. And that is fear. It's just scaring a lot of people. What we are, as I know, we should not take a step backwards. I'll tell you, I'm a pastor German. Don't take a step backwards. Just remove your political, or class, whatever you have. Forget about being associated with a party. Just take a look at where we were 12 years ago and 6 years ago. Where we are right now. What have we been doing? Look at the security. You hear about riot, the poor fighting, and poor shooting? No. Our security forces have done an amazing job in that country.
Right.
We are at the stage where we can handle any crisis thrown at us. That is an achievement. It's difficult for me to call and talk about President George. We are achievements. It's just hard because it's too glaring.
It's glaring. It's enormous.
It's hard. You can't discuss the thing. The numbers are there. They don't lie.
No.
And these elections, people can say what they want to say. I'll tell you for sure. I never voted for the president in 2005. I still thought myself, I was of the opinion that no, I don't think he's ready. Because he played football, he's popular. Many of us had the same school of thought. But later we start to see that passion is different. The passion President Weah have for development in Liberia that's why he's succeeding.
Yeah.
His passion, putting the president, like, I don't care if we don't have it, we will find a way to succeed and help the people. That today was exhibited. A crowd that had no idea, they only heard the ring, and they all started to run. They didn't just stand there though. You could see how they were cheering.
Right.
That tells you, my young man, if you're waiting for Monserrato, you're done. You're depending on Lofa, you finish. You want to win election, it depends on two countries. Lofa, where you no longer your influence is gone.
It's gone.
Nima, they know who you depend on to help your influence.
You're fighting for your political life. Yeah, you're fighting for your own survival. Yeah.
He's fighting for his own survival. And these are the people you ready. So just think, how can you strategize against someone when the places you didn't think you can hold, you can't even hold it?
You can't hold it. Yeah.
No strategy.
Absolutely.
Game over. My brother, good night.
Game over. Thank you very much. Art Jogger there from Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah. Brother Connor, take it away. Let's get your takeaways.
Yeah, my brother. Great job for the callers, man. The callers, they are all on point.
Right.
I understand the concern of our dear brother in Arizona there. Of course, the security, especially of kind of former war-torn country like ours, is of course important.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the government is on top of their game and they will provide a maximum security. Of course, it's concerning every time when you see a populace like that. People have reason to be skeptical about security things, especially where a notorious war criminal utter some derogatory things every time when they make the drumbeat of war.
Yeah,
they have fallback positions, so it's concerning. But be that as it may, the government will provide the maximum security for every Liberian, of course, the president being paramount.
Absolutely.
So we can rest assured of that, definitely. And of course, that president is also protected by divine authority, by the grace of God. But all have been stated tonight, my brother, and the Liberians will not pay this president back with ugly results.
Right.
They appreciate him and they know that he's doing a lot.
Yeah.
They are very, very, very much cognizant of everything that he's doing. And they know his resolve, they know his determination, they know how authentic he is when it comes to the development of Liberia. So for anybody to think otherwise, that's up to them.
You know, but if you cannot, after 12 years,
yeah,
you cannot be an authority because you don't have any story to run on, then you got a problem.
you got a problem.
You got the audacity to come back to the people and tell them that, hey, look, why they cut the people's salary? That should be a platform. That's a losing argument. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Because I can tell you, my brother, every district of the United States, every congressional district comprised of almost 700,000 people. Now, everybody on the show, they can go and Google United States Congress member. Their salary, their annual salary is $174,000.
Yeah.
And then you got a country like Liberia. They have lawmakers over there paying $180,000, $15,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
That's $180,000.
Absolutely.
And that was spearheaded by the vice president.
Vice President Joseph Boakai.
He was the president of the Senate. Not only that, the vice president sat down over there. He called himself a rescuer, or a thing called a rescuer. Where was the rescue when he signed on to 66 bogus agreement in that place?
Yeah.
Where was the why didn't he rescue Liberia at that time? So day to day, you got prices are so high in that country is because of agreement that Vice President Walker signed onto as president of the Senate, gave the Port of Liberia, the National Port Authority, gave an ATM today for 25 years. That will determine everything over there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, business people are important to maximize profit. And if you're going to put a lot of tariffs on the shipping tariff over there, it's the consumers. You understand? They are the receiving end of that particular humongous bill that put management on the APN is putting on this. So obviously you're going to have prices so high over there. And that was orchestrated by Vice President Boakai. He never rejected anything over there. He was the president of the Senate. I understand, yeah, he didn't have a voting right, but he presided. What was his objection? It was his government that brought a particular, first and foremost, brought an agreement on the Senate floor to be voted for. And they signed 25 years and gave the port away. Today, that port is managed. The people, importers, bring anything over there. The taxes so heavy to the point that they bring it back. The consumers bear the brunt of that particular exorbitant prices. Taxes that are levied against importations.
Right.
So he got nothing to sell to the people. The Liberian need to understand what are you rescuing when you are responsible for the problem. When you're an architect of the problem,
correct.
What are you rescuing?
What are you rescuing?
So my brother, better bring it on. Every morning they will get up and talk about, oh yeah, they cut the people's salary. Are you still not conscious of the fact that you had no business
message?
You have no business of paying somebody $20,000 in Liberia a month?
Yeah.
Or 30,000 or 15,000? Are you still not conscious of that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still not remorseful? So, why we did this when the entire country was suffering?
Yeah.
And you come and stay, you get a audacity to come down, oh, they cut their pay.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we only need 100 people to do. We don't need an additional 500 are there. You are telling them, you said to hell with them, go home and go tell them and languish in poverty. They don't care.
No.
So Liberians need to be very, very cognizant of that and need to understand that it is the interest of their interest that President Weah is fighting for, and predicated on that, they're going to give me a marching order for they're going to give me for the second term.
Absolutely.
6 years. So yes, proceed with what you're doing. We're going to pay you back for what the positive things you are doing in this country. But again, my brother, we will not relent. We will keep fighting on. Because this is a fight that requires no complacency.
Right.
This is a man that from day one, despite the fact his popularity He's not sitting home.
He's not sitting
On
home.
a daily basis. He's in the nooks and crannies of that country.
Correct.
Reminding the people, I'm here to serve you. I'm your servant. I'm here to inform you that here are the things, here are the progress that we have made, and we're going to march on.
Yep.
This is unprecedented, my brother. Maybe I have not lived too long to see, but I don't know of any country in the world that you have a presidential election and the vice president is the campaigner in chief. While the
presidential candidate,
the presidential candidate is sitting home.
He's sitting down, eating ray or
That's
potato,
a disservice.
ray or potato green rice, dry rice.
Yes, we'll bang it. That's that's a disservice to the people of Liberia, and they should reject this kind of behavior. It's not a disservice, my brother. And you gotta be conscious of that. Where had that happened? Look at that surrounding, even if they don't know his story. Which other country in our region, and you had an election, a man sit down home, and then you go vote for him.
Yeah.
And he knows his own problem. If you think, why can't you get on the campaign trail?
Yeah.
You understand? But my brother, the Liberians are very much aware of all of those things, and they will resist those things.
They will.
That disservice and deception, my brother. Well, it's a great show, and let's keep the fight on, man. And thanks to all of the callers and the followers on UST. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It trains. CDC all the way. Okay. Come on. When I was 16 years, I promised trust me. When I reach 18, I will vote for you. When I was 16 years, I promised trust me. When I reach 18, I will vote for you. Listen, yeah. And you not reach 18 yet, let me teach you how to vote. And when you get to the ballot pass, I want you to code. I know the person you voting for, I know that number 18. I want you listening when you vote. When they give you the paper, you might not pass the passing. I want to invalid vote, so I want you to take note. Yeah, CDC that kid, one round fit to it. This time around, I only one round fit to it. I was 16 years, I promise trust me. When I reach 18, I will vote for you. You 14, number 18. We're not talking, player here or hating. They will be regretting when they're announcing. We will beat them, erase them, defeat them, we'll beat them, erase them. When I was 16 years, I promise trust me. When I reach 18, I will vote for you. I say, to all the first time voters, who I say, you're my phone number 18. And my man, 2 hours tell us, say, you're my phone number 18. And you, number say, you're my phone number 18. And my man, Andy Chia, say, you're my phone number 18. I say, to all my first time voters, then, I say, put your photo card in the air. And you know what we'll do to them? We will beat them, erase them, defeat them, we'll beat them, erase them, defeat them. Okay.
I'm all 16 years.
CDC all the way. One round for two.
I will vote for him.
When I was 16 years, I promise trust me. When I reach 18, I will vote for him. Okay. When I reach 18,
I will vote for him.
It trains on the beat.
CDC all the way. Okay. Come on.
Well, folks, that does it for us here tonight. Comfort Mami T. Kude Willa, you stay ready?
Yes, I promise trust me. When I reach 18,
For long show, Bright Crawford.
let me teach you how to vote. And when you get to the ballot pass, I want you to code. I know the person you voting for. I know
that does it for us here tonight. Thank you very much for being there.
The paper, you might not pass the passing. I want to.
Thanks to the mayor, AB Corner.
CDC that get them one.
In tonight for our team of analysts and panelists. All of you, the callers. Thank you very much. For all of you that send stars our way as well, thank you. Subscribe us to the page on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much.
We'll beat them, erase them,
Let's continue to keep hope alive. We are getting there. In my teacher live voice. We are succeeding together.
You're my phone number 18. And my man, I want to say, you're my phone number 18. And you two number say, you're my phone number 18. And my man Andy Chia say, you're my phone number 18. I say, to all my first time photos then. I say, put your photo card in the air. And you know what we'll do to them? We will beat them, erase them, delete them, defeat them. We'll beat them, erase them, delete them. Okay. Hey. CDC all the way. One round victory. Come on. When I was